陀佛。只有主持人才可以觐见哈达哦，请大家要记得啊，你们见哈达的时候呢，要出示你们的主持卡，谢谢。我在配合他。
Hey, check 1 2 1 2 1 2。呀，请讲。好。
阿弥陀佛，请大家记得将您的手机调为震动或者关机。 请所有的主持者在敬献哈达的时候，请出示您的主持卡。如果没有主持卡的同门呢，是不可以敬献哈达的。谢谢。在护摩殿还没有找到座位的同门，你们可以到彩虹山庄大殿那边，那边也有荧幕直播。谢谢。 顶礼坛城，做观想大礼拜，礼拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切。
Please face the altar and pay homage to the Lord Guru and the three jewels of the altar. Second, to all bodhisattvas. Visualize for prostration on the ground. Release the mudra. Third, to all herukas and dharma protectors. Visualize for prostration on the ground. Release the mudra. Fourth head bow. Now we are inviting the primary supplicant for this Homa to come forward and present the offering of Hatha to the Lian-Sheng Guru as a symbol of the highest honor.
热烈的掌声，感谢师尊的赐福。
Let's now applaud to show our utmost gratitude for the blessings by our lineage root Guru. And with reference, we're inviting His Holiness to bless the offering items. Now we are inviting His Holiness to take the Homa throne.
恭请圣尊加持主旗者报名表格。首先，让我们以最热烈的掌声，感恩根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛为我们主坛高王观世音菩萨护摩大法会。
In this pause, to thank you, Guru's blessing, conducting the ceremony. Beginning of the practice. Recite Guru Mantra 7 times.
He said purification mantras and the earth deity mantra.
Om Siodori Siodori Siomori Siomori Soha. Om Vajradang He He Hom. Namo Samanto Motaran Om Turu Turu Te Wei Soha. 连招请坐 Om Ah Hom
Mantra.
Om Ah Hom Soha. Om Ah Hom Soha. We sincerely invoke our lineage root guru, the white Mahapadma Kumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Our lineage root guru, the white Mahapadma Kumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Our lineage root guru, the white Mahapadma Kumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. The main deity of Homa, Namo Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. We sincerely invoke Namo Yamantaka, Akala, the four heavenly kings, Golden Mother of the primordial Jetron, Sma Bodhisattva, Rainbow temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakanis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the Tantric Quarter, at the Seattle Temple, at the abode at the Southern Mountain, and at the True Buddha Seattle Chapter. Rainbow temples, mountain god, earth god, plant god, wind god, water god, heavenly fire god, and dragon gods, and all divinities as well as the city god to please descend and bless this Homa. Great Home is using visualization. First, the root guru and all Buddhas. Visualize full prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Second, to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize full prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Third, to all Hedukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize full prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth, half bow. Great mandala offering. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole space. Make the offering above to the lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, the main deity of Homa, Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakanis, and divinities, in the middle to all heavenly beings and below to all sentient beings. Mount Meru, four continents and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous merits and treasures purge our karma to all of our civilization. For full refuge, visualize our lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, the Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. He said the mantra. Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sanghaye. Armor protection. Form Vajraklap's mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Om Bodhi Lanjali, 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 Om Bodhi Lanjali. Inviting His Holiness to perform blessings with mala. 加持报名表格及贡品。
Inviting His Holiness to set ceremonial demarcation and to bless all the registration forms and the offerings. Inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the fire pit and set ceremonial demarcation around it. Inviting His Holiness to lit the Homa fire, to make all the offerings, to perform mudra transformations for purification, magnetization, enrichment, subjugation, and birth to deliverance. The assembly will be reciting the heart mantra of the main deity of Homa today, Hai King Kuan Yin Sutra. Recite the mantras of the principal deities and incarnate Buddha without prayer. Merit dedication. May all uphold the Buddha, ascend to the realm of utmost bliss, repaying fourfold generosities from above, aiding those in the 3 realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. We dedicate the merit of this ceremony to our lineage root Guru. May you stay healthy, live a long life, continually turn the Dharma wheel in the Saha world. Inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage toward the highly esteemed High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the 7 Buddhas. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the 7 past Buddhas. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to all the Tathagatas, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions of all realms. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the future Buddhas. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to all the Buddhas of the 3 times in the 10 directions and all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas. Wholeheartedly pay homage to the 3 heavenly wheels. Please guide the Bardo spirits that they can rise to be reborn into the Buddha land. Please guide the Bardo spirits to be able to abandon the ocean of sufferings. Please guide the Bardo spirits that they can purify and have fruition. We pray to the High King Kuan Yin Sutra to eradicate all the bad karma. We pray to the High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva to bless all of us so that we can increase our prosperity. We pray to the High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva to increase our good karma and our virtuous karma. May all participants can leave behind sufferings and gain happiness. And please bless us so that all illnesses can be alleviated with the proper medicine. We pray that the spiritual cultivation of each individual can have increased radiance and live in harmony. May we improve our fruition to increase the radiance of the Buddha land. By your vows, let us transcend the suffering of life and death, and to eliminate all harms and poisons. That all harms and injuries vanish, and all the fruitions increase, the good karma increase, and our resources would increase, and all of our needs be fulfilled. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to the High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, and to the High King Kuan Yin Sutra. By reciting 1,000 times, all retributions be eradicated. We pay homage to High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, and we pray to the Bodhisattva to please bless all participants so that all prayers be granted in perfection. To the gods of the heavens, gods of the earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, let all disasters turn into dust. We said 100 syllable mantra 3 times.
Ha 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 ha, Bhagavan Sawa, Tathagata, Peza Mami Mancha, Peza Bawa, Mahasamaya, Sato Ahum Pe, Om Peza Sato Samaya, Malupanaya, Peza Sato Terubadisha, Zezo Me Bawa, Suto Kayo Me Bawa, Sopo Kayo Me Bawa, Anula To Me Bawa, Shawa Hasidi Me Borayata. Sawagama Sutame Chitamo Sini Ren Guru Hom Ha 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 He Pankawan Sawa Tathagata Pejamami Mancha Pejabawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahum Pei Om Peja Sato Samaya Madupanaya Peja Sato Teruparicha Jaja Mepawa Sutto Kayo Mepawa Sopo Kayo Mepawa Anunato Mepawa Sawa Siti Memporaya Cha Sawa Kama Sutame Chitamo Sini Ren Guru Hom Ha 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 He Pankawan Sawa Tathagata Pejamami Mancha Pejabawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahum Pei 做观想大礼拜。
Great homage using visualization for Sudut Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Second, to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Third, to all Hedukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth, head bow. Reset completion mantra. Now please all stand up and together let's join our palms and we're inviting His Holiness to take the Dharma teaching seat. Let's applaud to show our utmost gratitude to His Holiness for presiding over this precious Homa by offering ceremony. Now let's join our palms and together let's invite His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teaching. First, let's pay homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Tupten Tarshi. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. And homage to the main deity of Homa today, the High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, the High King Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva. Simu Danzhen Gyatso Rinpoche. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples present here and over the internet. And our participating VIPs today are the Madam to Ambassador Daniel Liao, the Taipei rep to Sweden, Dharma Sister Judy, the accountant to Buddha School, Dharma Sister Teresa, producers for the Canadian Sang-Shin-Ten from CTI TV Taiwan, Dharma Sister Rebecca Xiaqi, Dr. Zhou Heng, Dr. Ryan Zhuang and Mrs. Zhuang, and the family of Master Lian-Ning, and a member of the Voices from Heaven Choir Group, Dharma Sister Erica Chen, and the rep to the Council of Taipei, Miss Ling, and the daughter of the former Council of Kaohsiung, Dharma Sister Shen, and the head of the chapter in Sweden, Dharma Sister Liu, and Dr. Liu Jie from Sweden, and Dr. Luo from Sweden. Members from the Sunny Lanterns group, Dharma Sister Ling-Shen, and Dr. Gao. Good afternoon, everybody. How do you do? Next Sunday is the annual Sea Fair in Seattle. It was called Sea Fair before, now we call it the Dragon Festival. And it's written here to invite Grandmaster and Simu to go to the True Buddha Seattle chapter. Today is the hiking Guan Yin Bodhisattva's home. I personally felt that the Homa this time is extremely superior. So how many Guan Yin Bodhisattvas came today? It was countless, impossible to count, innumerable. At first, I had the vision of the hiking Guan Yin Bodhisattva. And then, following her were the three heavenly goddesses, which is the three goddesses who can provide spiritual consultation. And then I saw the 7 Buddhas in the sky. And of the 7 Buddhas, one of them is Sakyamuni Buddha, the founder of Buddhism on earth. And all the Buddhas of the past, all the Buddhas of the present, and all the Buddhas of the future, and all the Bodhisattvas of the past, of the present, and of the future, and all their retinues descended. So all Buddhas of the 3 times in 10 directions, all of them descended. It's real and true. It's very real. And then there are innumerable protectors and other divine beings. So the 7 past Buddhas are the Vipassin, Shikin, Visvabu, Krakuchandra, Kanakamuni, Kashyapa, and Sakyamuni. They all descended. So the 7 past Buddhas. And then the Dharma Prince of the 7 Buddhas too descended. And the mudra for Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, it's the internal turning of the Dharma wheel mudra, and the external turning, the Dharma wheel mudra. These are the 2 mudras, this or this. These are the mudras of Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. And she's truly beautiful, as you can see. Very dignified. The one that I saw, the celestial garments have mantras on it. All the important mantras are on her garment. This statue is in color. Very beautiful. And her mantra is the mantra of the 7 Buddhas. And she's wearing the crown of 7 Buddhas, and the face like a moon, and her hand forms the Dharma teaching mudra, and the left hand forms the mudra of equality. She's wearing a multi-layered celestial garment with 7 Buddha mantra on it. As I said, the important mantras of the 7 Buddhas are on her outfit. And she wears all kinds of ornaments, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, anklets. And she is on a rainbow-colored lotus, and on her back there are 5 gold sacred syllables, and her entire body emits a bright, brilliant light throughout, shining throughout all the worlds. So Hai King Kuan Yin Sutra has a great origin, and the Hai King Kuan Yin Sutra also has a great origin. It mentioned about all the Buddha's name, including the countless Buddhas. It's impossible to count all the Buddhas, the innumerable Buddhas. Just the trillions bodhisattvas of the clear, cool mountain, that's already uncountable, like all the Buddhas. And also the billions of clear, cool. And then all the past Buddhas, which is Tingguang Buddha, that's the same as Dipamkara. That's earlier than Sakyamuni Buddha. At that time, Sakyamuni Buddha was only the Sanhui youth. And Dipamkara is the Buddha of the past. And the present Buddha is Sakyamuni Buddha. And the future Buddha is Maitreya Buddha. So it includes all the Buddhas of the 3 times. And also all the Bodhisattvas are included in the Hai King Kuan Yin Sutra. It includes all Buddha's epithets. And the incredible one, of the 4 Kuan Yin Bodhisattvas, the Great Wisdom Kuan Yin, the Observant Kuan Yin, the Noble Kuan Yin, the Expansively Minded Kuan Yin. And then there are the rarely found Bodhisattvas, which is the Medicine King Bodhisattva and the Supreme Medicine Bodhisattva. So as soon as you hear the name of the Medicine King Bodhisattva and Supreme Medicine Bodhisattva, just by hearing their names, they can extend our lifespan. And I didn't say this. This is written in the sutras. Anyone hearing the name of the Medicine King Bodhisattva and Supreme Medicine Bodhisattva, he or she can extend their lifespans. So High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva has countless merits. We often say, by completing 1,000 recitations, all the heavy karma or heavy sins can be eradicated. Because the mantra that we recite is the karma eradication mantra of the 7 Buddhas. So it's written in there, by completing 1,000 recitations of the sutra, you can eradicate all the heavy karma. So the High King Kuan Yin Sutra. You should recite it. Some people are in the opinion of not reciting the High King Kuan Yin Sutra, even those in the Buddhist fields. Please don't listen to them. Why? Because inside the sutra, they are just names of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are the present and future, and billions of Bodhisattvas in there. And it mentioned about the Pure Land on earth, which is the clear, cool mountain, and the same as Mount Wutai in China. So I have been to China, and most importantly is to visit the Mount Wutai. Once I visited Mount Wutai, I am very content, because Mount Wutai was the only Pure Land on earth that was spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha, and it's also called the Clear Cool Mountain. And the spiritual center of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva is the Mount Ermi in Sichuan province in China. I didn't visit there. And also the Mount Putuo in Zhejiang province is the spiritual center of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, which I have never visited. And also the Mount Jiuhua of Anhui province is the spiritual center of Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, which I have never visited. So these 3 spiritual centers were added by later people. But in the Buddhist Sutra, the only one mentioned was the Clear Cool Mountain, which is the Mount Wutai, the spiritual center of Manjushri Bodhisattva. And over there are billions of Bodhisattvas. So I prostrated all the way from the peak to the bottom. So I made prostrations, I paid homage to all the temples. Master Lian-Ning and Simu and Master Chen, 2 of them. So I paid homage all the way from the peak to the bottom, and not missing any single temple. And during this time, there was a monk following me and making the prostrations together with me on my side. And I have written it in my book. I have written about it in my book. Although he wasn't waiting for me for 500 years, but he said, it's been so many years, and all I have been waiting for is you, is someone like you. When I heard that, I found he's extraordinary. He's not just an ordinary monk. I took some renminbi and give him $100. And I thought maybe he was following me for money. I give him 100 renminbi and he didn't accept it. So I thought maybe it's too little. So I told everyone, why don't you take some? And they all give some renminbi to me, a stack of them, I don't know how much, and I offered it to him, and he's also rejected it. So he didn't want to accept my renminbi. Not the 100, or maybe 10,000 renminbi, he also didn't accept it. And later on, we were just making some sign languages. And I asked the other monks, have you seen a monk as I described? And nobody never seen or knew of such monk. And after I came back, I consulted spiritually, and I was told that that was a transformation of Manjushri Bodhisattva. He was the transformation of Manjushri Bodhisattva. So that trip to China was really worthy, that I visited Mount Wutai, the greatest clear cool mountain as spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha. And it's mentioned in the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra that this is the billions of bodhisattvas of the clear cool treasure mountain. In the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, it includes all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, many of them. So check on it. So the 500 Buddhas and the tens of thousands Buddhas, the 1500 Buddhas, 15,000 Buddhas, and the 10 billion Vajra treasury Buddhas, 500 flower victory Buddhas. So they are not even. And in the Hiking Kuan Sutra, there's the 10 billion Vajra treasuries Buddhas. So the future 1,000 Buddhas, 1,500 Buddhas, 15,000 Buddhas, the 500 Buddhas, and the countless Buddhas. All the countless Buddhas. You know, I recite the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra every single day, never missing a day. Because I believe that it can eliminate the suffering of life and death, and to eradicate all harms and poisons. So anyone trying to harm me can be eradicated. And it can also annihilate the suffering of life and death. That's incredible, that it can eradicate the suffering of birth and death. And then you would reach the realm of no birth and no death, and then that is fruition. I asked many people to recite the Hiking Guan Yin Sutra because I highly venerate Hiking Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She's the Guan Yin that I most venerate. So that's why I also highly venerate the Hiking Guan Yin Sutra. And this is all real. At the Jade Emperor Temple, the Golden Mother opened my divine eye. And the abbot there is called the Reference Zhuhui, a monk. But actually at the Jade Emperor Temple, there was a no-ordained monk. But this monk said, because he esteemed heaven and earth, so that's why he served at the Jade Emperor Temple. So there are many other Buddhist monks that discouraged him to serve at the Taoist temple, but he did. And Golden Mother opened my divine eye, and this Venerable Si Huiling gave me this Hiking Guan Yin Sutra, the first sutra that I encountered. And from then on, I started to recite the Hiking Guan Yin Sutra because I believe those 10 Chinese words, that it can eradicate the suffering of birth and death and can free you from all kinds of harms and poisons. At the Jade Emperor Temple, I was brought to the heavenly realm and I met Padma Kumara. I did not know what Padma Kumara is all about. But she pointed to a very bright, brilliant light. And she said that this is Padma Kumara, the white Mahapadma Kumara. I couldn't see his face. It's pure white, bright light, shining, sparkling. And then he appeared, and Golden Mother told me, this is the lotus youth, Padma Kumara, your past life, and you are an emanation of Padma Kumara. Because I personally heard it myself and personally saw it until I saw the Mahatwin lotus ponds. And then later on, I discovered that during Dynasty there had been children songs and rhymes about Padma Kumara. The Padma Kumara met the Golden Sage. That the showers of flowers left and right, and the marvelous sounds heard beyond the clouds, and the bliss is way above all the heavens. And Padma Kumara was emanated by Amitabha Buddha. And he's at the Mahatwin lotus ponds that's pure and innocent, and also billions emanations of it. So then I knew that Padma Kumara was real. They really exist. And this term, 莲花童子, lotus youth, came from China. It was the term that had been used at the Donghuang grottos in China, and not in Taiwan. 莲花童子 in many of Donghuang's grottos, there are many Padmakumaras, lotus youth and lotus youth Buddhas and lotus Buddhas. And the mudra that they're holding is the same as what the Buddha taught me. The same, the lotus holding mudra and the Dharma teaching mudra. They are forming the same mudras. Dharma sister Rebecca Shiachi brought Taijin to go to the Museum of Science in Taichung to see the exhibition of the Donghuang grottos, and she saw many Padmakumaras. And Taijin pointed to a Buddha, and that's Padmakumara. So, and that Padmakumara formed the lotus holding mudra and the Dharma teaching mudra. So that's Padmakumara. So Padmakumara is also a Buddha. So please don't undermine yourself. Of course, the worship of Padmakumara started with me. And prior to my mentioning of Padmakumara, no one else did. But after I started to mention Padmakumara, the people start to talk about it, or him. So think about it. And today, there is someone who claimed that she's also Padmakumara, and yet she had a different Pure Land. So how could she be a Padmakumara then? Because all Padmakumaras have the same Pure Land, which is the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds. All that has all Padmakumaras of all colors. How could there be a Padmakumara who jumped out of it, who left the Pure Land? I almost sell the True Buddha school, who abdicated. What fell? The banner. Of course, because I said the right thing, so it fell. I heard through the grapevine that Lian-en, how do you say that, Lian-en? Reverend Lian-en was with us here, and she told me that X had a secret letter from Grandmaster, that I wrote the secret letter to X. So Reverend Lian-en asked X, so what's written on the secret letter? And X told her that in the letter it's written that in the future the successorship and lineage transmission would be given to X. And Lian-Sheng said, well, show me the secret letter. And X replied, because it is secret, so I cannot show it to anyone. And X also told Reverend Lian-Yen from Calgary, the one who sing English songs beautifully, that Grandmaster has appointed her to become the successor of Buddha school. And then later on, I announced that Master Lian-Ning is the successor of Buddha school. So she was really upset and told Reverend Lian-Yen, there's karma in here, there's cause and effect, because in the past life, Simu was a queen. Simu in the past was a queen, and she had a child called Lian-Ning. Lian-Ning. This is what X said, not me, and not Buddhists and Bodhisattvas. X said this, that Simu was a queen before, but Master Lian-Ning's mom is here. Simu was a queen and had a child called Lian-Ning. And Simu always controlled Grandmaster, and Grandmaster is just a figurine. So Grandmaster was just a puppet, and Simu ordered me to have Lian-Ning as a successor. So she is no longer successor. Because they are mother and son, so Simu is very nice to Lian-Ning and asked me to appoint Lian-Ning as the successor. So that's why I did not ask X to be the successor. Well, Simu never recommended Lian-Ning to be the successor. But I wanted him to be the successor myself. Why? Because Master Lian-Yin is the abbot of the Rainbow Temple already. And Master De-Hui is already the abbot of Seattle Temple. And Master Lian-Ning is idle and has nothing to do. So he's always following me around. And he's been by my side the longest for a long time. Ever since he became a master, he's always following me around. So when I give spiritual consultation, he's helping by my side and hurt a lot. So I thought, the one that can truly serve me is just Master Lian-Ning. There are many good masters far away that have done a lot of work, but the one that's always following on my side is Lian-Ning. Most other masters are traveling around the globe, trotting the globe. They are all good masters, but he's the one that served his guru the longest. So for this particular reason, I appointed Master Lian-Ning to be the successor. It's totally unrelated to the son of the queen. So the queen having the son. So, Master Lian-Ning, is it really the son of Sumo? And they said no. And his mom is right here in this life. So isn't this a joke? Very funny, right? How can I let you? How can I have you in charge of the whole True Buddha school? And 10 years ago, you already made the statement that Grandmaster will die at 73. How could you do that? Is that polite? Is that ethical? That you've talked about it for 8 years, that at 73 I will die. You've talked about it for 8 years, and I didn't know. I asked Chun Hui, why didn't you tell me earlier? And she said, because this is not a good thing. Why do I want to tell you? But this inauspicious thing indeed came from her mouth 10 years ago. My sister, Lu Ning, when we were little, we called her Do-Re-Mi. She's selling some Buddhist stuff. My youngest sister. And she always sell things at Buddhist ceremonies of True Buddha School. And one time, it was conducted by the X chapter. And then there was a referent that went to her, like, why are you setting up a stall here? And she said, why not? Right? Because I've made my payment, and this is True Buddha School ceremonies. And then the referent told her, do you know this is X ceremony? We are about to be independent. And this was 10 years ago. Long ago, we wanted to become independent. This is X ceremony. So they have been planning to separate themselves, to become independent even 10 years ago. So how could she be a Padma Kumara? Okay, let's not talk more about it. Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva is compassionate and can let us transcend the suffering of birth and death and eliminate all harms and poisons. So please let us pass this the biggest obstruction, and we pray to Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva to protect us. So now let me talk a little about Lamdre. What is the 3 divisions of the appearances? They are the impure, sense, and pure. So that's progressive here, progression. That's the 3 divisions of appearances. When we were just born, we are impure. We are born with karma from the past lives. That's impure. And then later on, you start to have some sensations, some perceptions and feelings that there are all kinds of sufferings in the world. That in this human world, no matter what, there are sufferings. The dad asks the son, Who do you like most in this house? Dad. And the dad asked the son, in our family, who loves you most? Dad. And then dad asked again, who are you closest with? And the son replied, Dad. Why are you always saying nice things about me? And the son replied, because I don't want you to beat me. When I was little, I was beaten by my dad. I grew up in an abusive family. I was beaten by my dad from small until high school. And when I started college, finally I left and I finally gained my freedom, like a little bird that can fly on its own, can fly freely. Why did my dad beat me? Why did my dad not recognize me? Just one reason, because he thought that I was not his son. Because I was born at 7-month pregnancy, so I was born prematurely. When I was born, my dad was very happy. Oh, I have a son. And he told everybody. And then there was a relative that told him, his name is Walam, told him, I still remember his name, see, how many months have you married? 7 months. And how can you have a child after 7 months? So this child is not yours. My relative told him that. At that time, there was no DNA tests and those stuff. And from then on, he was in the opinion that I wasn't his son. So from then, I was always beaten by him. My teacher told me, it's your birthday today, go home and tell your parents. So I was very happy and I got home and told them, it's my birthday today. And my dad instead said, well, I was going to beat you today, but instead I will beat you tomorrow. That's how I grew up. But at the end, my dad took refuge in me. So life is full of suffering. So after suffering from this beating, I made the vow. I will never beat my children. So for Ching and for Qi, very fortunate, I never beat them because life is suffering. My life is full of suffering. I have suffered a lot. After graduating from high school, getting into college, my dad told me, there's no need to take exams for the college. Why? You should just earn money after high school. Just make a living. See, but I passed the test. No need, because we have no money for your schooling. So I didn't apply for universities. So I was the one who reject their invitations. And finally, my dad told me 2 choices. You go to the teacher's school, it's free. Or you go to the military school, it's also free. So I applied for the college, teacher's college. And out of 2,000 applicants, they only admit 40 people, 40 students. So I didn't pass. And then I applied for the military school and I got admitted. So those who passed the enrollment test and the acceptance letter was secretly kept by my dad, and he didn't tell me. And my mom secretly told me, you actually was accepted into the military school, so you can go there. But my dad told me that no, you can't, because there's no use, no future. You don't earn much money. You would know how much you will earn. There's no need, just go find work. So at that time I I rebelled and showed my, like I wanted to be a hoodlum, and acted very fiercely, very carelessly. I graduated from high school, so I was a little bit taller than my dad. So he's not tall, I'm not tall either. If he had beaten me, I would accept it. But all of a sudden he was scared of beating me because he thought maybe he would lose over me. Because I trained myself in the gymnastics, the single bar, double bar, and some athletes exercises and weightlifting. So my dad told me, oh, you wanted to become a hoodlum? In Chinese it's called tekia. Like a gangster, you know, a gangster. Or in Cantonese it's called tu ho zai. And he said, well, rather than you becoming a gangster, you can go to the military school. The happiness came too suddenly. So I went to study at the military school. And I became a military man for 14 years. 4 years in school and 10 years of service. And I earned my bachelor's degree. I was the survey engineer, and I left the military as a lieutenant mayor, or lieutenant colonel, major. So I suffered a lot, even in the military. So the 3 divisions of appearances, impure is the first one. So at first we are impure. And when I got to know Golden Mother, I knew that I had to cultivate spiritually, to learn the Taoism, to study Buddhism, because I had the vision of Padma Kumara and Mahat Twin Lotus Ponds. And by this start of affinity, I started my Taoist and Buddhist studies. And then the sense appearance of the 3 divisions of the appearances. After my divine eye was open, I started to be very serious in my spiritual cultivation, and I started to have some senses. First is the senses from the Qi, that when you extend your hands, the Qi can go to the fingers, it can go to the ears, and then you can hear the marvelous celestial sounds. And when Qi reaches the Dantian, it warms. It feels warm. And Qi reaches the fingers. Then you can consult. You can calculate. Then you can predict. When Qi reaches the eyes, then you can see. So I started to have all this spiritual sensations, and I have the feeling of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas entering into me. So this is the sense appearance. It relies on the Qi channels and light drops. And then you reach the pure appearances. Eventually you would become pure. And what is pure? When your spiritual cultivation reaches the realm of purity, all your karma is eradicated. When your karma is eradicated, you become pure and you can attain Buddhahood. A lady told the doctor, "See how I'm beaten by my husband. I don't want to live anymore." And the doctor said, "Don't worry, it's just external wounds. How about your husband? He doesn't accompany you here?" And the wife said, "Yeah, he's here too. He's on the... he's carried in." So in the fight, the wife won because the husband was carried in on the bed for emergency, and the wife is only suffering from light or external wounds. So see how marriage is suffering or not. Do you think marriage is suffering or not? I mean, how can there be no sufferings in a marriage? You have to be patient with each other in order to grow old together. It's impossible to get along. If you can get along, then you're sages, you're fairies. How can you get along? You're always really upset or mad inside. That when she nags, you just run away. Every time I hear Simu talks, I keep quiet and endure it. When she continues, I would stand up. And if she continues again, I'll just walk away. That's my way. But actually, Simu is already open heart. She's already very tolerant. She's very kind and gentle, and takes very good care of me. She's an incredible Simu. Because if you don't say this, then it would not do. So, suffering, lots of suffering in a marriage. Simu is never scared of me. The stronger I become, the stronger she gets. So I should just let her win, because I know her character. So I'm the one that's kind and gentle, like a little lamb. But frankly speaking, Simu is really capable. And she's capable to do everything. She's really excellent. The difference between a man and a woman. If a wife turns off her cell phone, and when she turned on the cell phone and she found 20 phone calls from missed phone calls from the husband, she feels really happy. But if it happens to the husband, he would feel that, oh no, he's dead, right? Xiaoming said, Dad, if I'm first in class, what would you do? And Dad said, I would be really happy. And Xiaoming said, don't worry, I will not let you die so soon, because his dad said, I'm happy to death. So in a family, a couple with children, they already have so much sufferings. So how can a human life not full of suffering? Before spiritual cultivation, we are all impure. From karma from past lives, they're all impure. And then you realize, you have realizations and you want to cultivate spiritually. And due to that, you finally reach purity. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum. We are truly grateful to His Holiness' precious Dhamma teachings. And in a moment there would be the empowerments for the High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. And during the empowerment, please remember to visualize the deity, to form the mudra, and to recite the mantra. This ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much. Please remember to return your receivers.
恭请圣尊为与会大众做高往观世音菩萨法灌顶，含有皈依结缘灌顶。 接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶。还没有接受灌顶的义工同们，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶。灌顶即将要结束了。我们以热烈的掌声感谢圣尊慈悲赐受高王观世音菩萨灌顶。做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三引。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三引。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三引。四平等一起手。护摩法会圆满即将结束了，非常感谢根本传承上师的大加持，感谢师母、诸位上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教与大家的护持，以及网络直播现场观看的观众，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。网络直播到此结束，非常感